All right, my man. State your name and let them know you on Real Talk with Nick.
Yeah, I'm on Real Talk with Nick. My name is Rio. We're in Marcus Garvey Park here, and we talking Knick basketball.
How long you been a Knicks fan, man?
Man, forever, man.
Yeah?
Forever. Since I came to this country over 30 years ago. Been a Knick fan, but...
Is it hard being a Knicks fan?
Huh?
Is it hard being a Knicks?
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's so much ups and downs, and mostly downs. You know what I'm saying? And being a passionate Knick fan, you know, in New York, you want to win now.
Right.
You ain't seeing that with the Knicks, man. I don't think the high echelon, the people in charge, really serious about winning. They making money without winning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, being that you saying they're making money without winning, that means we gotta get rid of this owner, man.
Yeah, how can we do that? And Nick, how are we gonna do that? Getting rid of the owner. He gotta sell. And that boy got what? The Knicks, he got who else again? He got hockey team. He got a whole Dolan got a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah. So being that you're saying Dolan has a whole lot of stuff, man, we just gotta work with what we got, man.
Yeah.
So when we speak of players like Julius Randle, what comes to mind?
Nah, that ain't my guy. I like where he brought us, but being a Knicks fan, we want to win, and we want to go deep into the playoffs to say that we did something. First round in the playoffs, a lot of teams could make it there. Once you're playing decent basketball, you could get to the first round of the playoffs. We can't even come out of that. How long we haven't done something?
Right. It's been a drought, man.
Yeah, it's been a drought. He's not a superstar to me.
So you don't like his game?
I like his game, but his game ain't doing too much for us in the playoffs. With the defenses that these teams and the homework that these teams do, they shut him down. He don't get into the paint where he want to get to. He don't get off that little three-pointer that he be hitting in the regular season.
So basically, you're telling me that his 25 and 10 he puts up in the regular season means nothing?
Nah, that ain't nothing, man. That's regular. That's regular on a lot of teams, regular players. 25 and 10. That ain't. I don't think that's something in the regular season. We got to see that in the playoffs.
Now, what do you say to those that say that in order to get to the playoffs, you got to have a player to bring you there? Like that 25 and 10 Julius Randle puts up.
Right.
Like he gets you there.
Right, he get us there.
But
that's where you got to go into the bag now. Julius, bag ain't that deep. You seeing what in the regular season, you see this is what you get. In the playoffs, these other teams, they do their homework. They do their scouting report, and they shut him down. He don't go too far in the playoffs.
So you not hyped?
Nah. We need a superstar like these other teams, man. We need a superstar, and Dolan ain't making it too nice over here for a superstar to come over.
Now, I know you heard about the Obi trade.
Yeah.
Obi Toppin going to the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah.
You think that was a good movement? Because Obi, he was playing in the second unit behind Julius Randle.
Right.
And it was a conflict of interest when we speak of the two. You had Obi who was demanding more minutes.
Right.
That's what it was about.
Right.
He wasn't getting it. Julius Randle, who was hurt, came back prematurely.
Right.
During the series between the Miami Heat and the New York Knicks. Did you see that series?
Yeah, I seen. I even went to a game in Miami to check it out.
How was that game, man?
That game, man, they robbed us down.
Why you say that?
Yeah, when you playing in other teams' home court, you and you're a fan of another team and you there, they don't show you no love. First of all, you ain't getting no camera show, and the refs played us. I seen it clearly. Fouls. When it comes down to the last 5 minutes of the game, it was really bad. It was really bad for us.
Now,
you said the trade with
Obi. You said it was really bad for us. And when you was in Miami watching the game. Do you think the Knicks don't get no respect from the referees even in their hometown? Because a lot of people say when you go to the Garden, you have a lot of people rooting against the Knicks.
Right. Yeah, I see that too. But New York is a funny place, man. New York, when you up, you up. They love you when you up. When you down, They want you gone. They want you dead and out of here. We don't want you no more. Even one game. I like that. That's my personality myself.
Right.
Hey, listen, if you can't keep this up, if you can't deal with this New York business, this New York rush, you gotta go. We need cats that could come into the fire and really put on their fire suit and deal with this fire with the New York Knicks and this atmosphere, this New York atmosphere.
So basically, you saying New York Knicks need a superstar?
We need a superstar.
Is Jalen Brunson a superstar in your eyes?
He's a upcoming. He's a star, and he could get there, a superstar, because he's unstoppable. I'm watching him night after night. He goes deep in that bag and he gets them buckets.
What you like about his game?
He makes plays. He don't give up. He's straight dog. That is dog all day, all night with this dude. He look quiet and he gets them buckets.
What don't you like about his game?
Because
there's always room for improvement.
Right. Always a little more shooting. I think he should be a little more sharp on the 3-point on the 3-point line. Those little elbow shots, he be getting in under the basket. He's good at that. You can't stop him. He's like what, 6'3".
He's short.
Yeah, he's short 6.
He might be between 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, something like that. For a young man at that height to be getting them under the hoop buckets, you gotta have game.
Okay.
So I like. It's not much I don't like about him. I like his game.
Okay. Now RJ Barrett, man. RJ Barrett, man, averages what, like 19 points per game?
Yeah. Regular season.
Come postseason,
them guys, they disappear, like they get scared.
So you're not high on RJ Barrett?
Nah, I'm not high on RJ because I think he reached his ceiling, man.
You do?
Yeah, I think
he came in the lead at 18. You think he reached?
Listen, at 18, we see other players, what other players do at 18. So I ain't gonna class him up with LeBron and them kind of guys, but I think he made. What do you think? You think how much years you want to give him before he starts showing us that in the playoffs he could do something different?
That's a good question. You already been with us for 5 years.
5 years. That's a ceiling for me. 5 years. Now we don't in New York. We don't want you no more. We want somebody else.
Okay, so who would you like to see as his replacement?
As his replacement, man.
Because we passed up on Damian Lillard.
Right.
We went to the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yep. We was in the race. Were we in the race for that? At one point.
We lost the deal with Drew Holiday. He went to the Boston Celtics.
But we already got a pretty solid guard.
Dante.
Huh?
Dante DiVincenzo.
Man. That's a suggestion, you say?
That's who we got. We got 6 guards. Now, speaking of guards, that's too many guards.
Yeah, that's too many guards. Too many guards for all these superstars within the league. Guards that can shoot 3-pointers night in, night out. We got to work on that 3-point line. That got to be our out. Because we got people that can make it under the basket. There's Nick. What do you got?
Okay. Now, what do you feel about the Knicks creating a Vinola type of team, the college team? They're getting a lot of players from college, like the Vinola.
Right.
Jalen Brunson was there from there.
Right.
Josh Hart. You big on Josh Hart?
Yeah. Defensively, I like him.
But you don't like him offensively?
Nah, offensively, nah. He could fit on a team. He's a nice role player. But defensively, he could really cause a lot of problems. I've seen that in Miami live. I watched most of the other games on cable, but live is different. You see the external things, the things that you don't see on camera. You see it, the moves, the little pick and rolls, and these things. When live, you see these things clearer. You know what I'm saying, than a camera. But I like his defensive game.
Does he remind you of John Starks?
Nah, John Starks had a little offensive game to him and a little more a little more edge. John Starks, he had a little more edge where he gets at you, he can provoke you, and he's going to drop buckets. I like Starks way more.
You don't see that in Josh Hart?
Nah, not me. Not my opinion, no. Nah, I don't. Only complexion. That's about it.
You said only complexion.
Yeah, only complexion.
Oh, man, you're a funny guy, man. Now, as far as the culture, man, we got Tom Thibodeau, man.
Yeah.
Do you like him as a coach, man? I mean, he brought the New York Knicks to the postseason, I think,
Right.
2 times out of 4
Right.
years being here. Is his job on the line this upcoming season?
I don't think it's going to be on the line. It's on the line for Knicks fans, but not for the Knicks organization. I don't think so.
So what are you saying? You think a lot of Knicks fans going to jump ship after this year if they don't do something productive?
Knicks fans don't jump ship. They just get harder on you. That's what they. We Knicks fans for life. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the real ones.
Yeah, the real ones.
Because, you got a lot that trade in they Knick caps for Pacer caps. You got a lot of them, yeah. You got a lot of them that trade in their Knick caps for Brooklyn net caps.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The knockoffs. But, that's a whole nother interview right there.
Nah, deep down inside, once you're a diehard Knicks fan, you just fall back for a little bit, but you hoping. But you gonna stick regardless of what team you backing. I back other teams. I like the Lakers, but Knicks is my heart. You know what I'm saying? And they hurt my heart a lot.
They hurt your heart a lot.
Yeah,
You lost a lot of money, man, betting on
I lost
it?
money. I lost arguments. You know what I'm saying? Because you just want to argue. When it's your team, you argue. When listen, you really don't have a chance. But being a fan is like your wife. You are the supporter regardless of some dumb little things that she might do, but you're going to support her all the way. As a diehard Knicks fan, that's all we be, man.
Okay. Now, I don't know if you heard, but there's talks that Mark Jackson is going to be in replace of Clyde Frazier.
That sounded good. I like that. I like how that sounded.
You like how that sounds?
Yeah. I heard the little rumor, but I didn't know how true it is.
Yeah?
Yeah, I heard a little rumor, but I didn't know.
And there's also a rumor that Magic Johnson might try to buy the Knicks from James Dolan.
I heard that little rumor too.
What you think about them two?
Yeah.
Mark Jackson and Magic Johnson.
Yeah, because I know Mark Jackson, that's a stud. Mark Jackson's a stud.
If Mark Jackson was the Knicks coach, you think it would be a big turnaround as far as Julius Randle's game?
Definitely. At least Mark Jackson being an ex-player and all that, and seeing what he did out on the West Coast, man, what they say, the sky's the ceiling or whatever. It ain't got no ceiling with Mark Jackson, because I seen what he did on the West Coast. I believe in that dude, man. He understands the game of basketball.
You think he understands it? You think he understands it better than Tom Thibodeau?
Yeah, definitely. Because we seen what he did. We seen what he did with out on the West Coast. I don't want to name them teams out there.
Yeah.
I ain't no fan of them teams. But he did it out there, and we see what they turned into. He built the team. I think he could come right back over here and build a team and go in and see where you could improve on, how to escalate, for everybody to play cohesively and really get deep in the playoffs. I think Mac Jackson can do his thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And my boy, man, you quickly, man.
Quickly?
Yeah.
I like that boy. I like him as that sixth man. I like him.
He didn't get the six-man award. Think he got robbed?
Yeah, he got robbed. Because he definitely came in when we had some injuries on the Knicks. He came in and he did his thing. He was putting up like 30, 20 something. He showed that he's a stud in this game. But you got to take a backseat when there's other studs, other people that they're looking at.
All right.
Other guards.
Do you agree with Emmanuel Quickly still waiting on his extension contract?
Yeah.
Do you think that's disrespect? Because they gave Josh Hart, who didn't even play a whole full season, $82 million.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, y'all. I know I keep bringing that up, speaking to my viewers, but I just feel that you should take care of your day ones, man.
Yep.
Is Emmanuel Quickly worth the bag when we speak of that of $100 million?
Yes, he definitely did. He showed it in the preseason, and in the playoffs he gave us a little something too. I think he's worth it. Josh Hart, He came in, he did his thing defensively, but quickly, defensively and offensively, he was doing his thing. And he was stellar all the way through. He stepped his game up when it was time to step his game up. When we had the injuries, he came in and he did his thing. Everybody was happy with quickly.
Okay.
So as you say, the day ones, we need to take care of our day ones, man.
We need to take care of our day ones.
Yeah, we need to.
Okay. And as far as the youth, because it look like we trading our youth, man. When we
Right.
speak of bring, should we even be thinking about superstars at this time? Should we just work with what we got, man? Because you yourself said after 5 years, man,
Yeah.
development stages is over.
It's over.
All right, so you got RJ Barrett, this is his 5th year.
Fifth year.
Is this a do or die season?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Do or die for the coach. Do or die for RJ Barrett, for Julius Randle. I think this if y'all can't show us that y'all are just not just preseason players and playoff players, we don't need you. Knicks fans, we want to win. We want to win now. It looked like it's a rebuilding stage that's why they bring in all these Villanova players.
How do you feel about that? Do you think that's going to hurt us? Because a lot of people saying when you bring in all these Villanova players, right, that they won a chip in college. So they thinking, the Knicks organization, by bringing them all together, you'll form a chemistry in what they did in college. Somehow they could be able to pull it off in the NBA.
Yeah, somehow. Listen.
But do you think that's too much of a jump?
Yeah, that's too much of a jump, in my opinion. Because college, as everybody know, college is different from the NBA. The NBA is a whole different ball game. Whole youth movement, I don't see it working.
You don't see it working?
Nah, I don't see it working, in my opinion.
Why you think it won't work?
Because
the Knicks,
go ahead.
Think they're going too small?
Yeah, it's so much. Let me see in the NBA, so much. The coaching is so much different. Whereas you have to put these young players with seasoned players to get their little mojo going. When you put all of them together, it's gonna be like a Rockets. Where these it's like ISO ball. Rockets, everybody want to be the superstar on Rockets. It's ISO ball. And with a young movement coming in, you have to have little mature players to tell them, look, now we can't do it that way. We can't do it this way. We got to do it this way. When you have a bunch of young players together, it's so much ego, and it's like in the streets. How young people are in the streets. To when we grow up, where we're more mature, we think a little more, we decipher stuff way more better than young people.
Okay.
And basketball, you could compare, you could make some kind of comparison to the streets where mature people think like mature people. Young people kind of like all over the place. I'm gonna see that on the court too, like Rockets. I hate to watch Rockets play basketball. It's ISO basketball. A bunch of young players. That's why that boy left.
Okay, and you see the Knicks being in that type of team with Villanova players?
According to who they keep on staff on the team, Brunson kind of mature. I like his maturity. Let me see who else they got.
Was you following Brunson when he was playing for the Mavs and he was behind Luca?
Yes, I was.
So before he came to New York, and you heard about the discussions of him coming to the Knicks.
His father
right.
Here.
Was you optimistic about that? Or did he have to show and prove? Did he turn you into a believer? Or you already knew without a shadow of a doubt that Jalen Brunson's going to come to the New York Knicks and make noise?
Yeah, I knew from day one that he was going to come to New York and make some noise. Why? Because he showed it on Mavs. He was backing up a superstar, and he was still putting up buckets. He was trying to hold his own. I seen that it had a little rift there. You could tell it had a little rift there. And he had to show his game because in his mind, he wanted to move on. Luca was the man.
Right.
He wanted to go somewhere where he's the man.
Do you think he's better than Luca?
I wouldn't say he's better than Luca. Their game is different. They had two different games. Luca has an edge because Luca more wouldn't. He'll quicker go to the bucket with not caring how anybody else feels. He's gonna shoot 3-pointers. He's gonna go to the basket. But Jalen gonna pass the ball. He's a more two-way player. If we go for two-way player, he's better than Luca because he plays defense and he plays offense. Luca only plays offense.
Now, what do you say to those who say that Jalen Brunson don't play no defense? I find that quite interesting that you say he play defense.
Yeah, he plays defense because he stays on his man. He actually, these guards are real good. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes they're gonna shoot on these guards and other teams. They're pretty savvy with the ball and all that. But I find Jalen hold down his defensive. Yeah, I think I'll give him that.
It's nothing to brag about.
Nothing to brag about, but
you
it's
think
better than Luca. If you compare it to Luca, Luca don't hold nobody down. He don't care about holding nobody down. Go ahead.
Okay. And I'm gonna talk about big men as far as Mitchell Robinson and that boy that plays behind him, Hartenstein.
Right. Hartenstein is up and down. We know that. Sometimes he come through and he do his thing. But what his name is again? Just mention his name.
Mitchell Robinson.
Mitchell Robinson. Now we need some better. We need a score. Defensively, he's a monster. I like that. Rebounds, all that. He got Hart. But we need a big man that can also score.
Now, it's funny you said that because he's complaining, saying that he wants to rock more than what he's getting.
Right.
He's telling Tom Thibodeau, so to speak, give me the rock. It's been said that he has a 3-point arsenal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
We didn't see that.
Because Tom Thibodeau won't let him illustrate that.
So he don't believe in it. So if he has an arsenal
behind the arc,
how the coach don't see that and believe in it? What, it's just for practice, or they tried it out somewhere to know that in games he don't do it? I'm trying to understand that. It don't make no sense to me.
So that goes on the coaching.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The coach, we need to switch up on the coach too. Listen, I know he got us to the playoff first round. That's not good enough. He been in Chicago. He been in other places. And that's as far as he gets most of the time.
That's as far as he gets.
Yeah. He defensively, he's a beast. I ain't gonna lie. He turned the Knicks into a very good defensive team.
And do you feel that Jericho Sims and Quentin Grimes are good role players when we speak of that, of the New York Knicks?
Yeah, they are. Grimes, I like Grimes from around the arc when he's ready. Yeah, I think they're pretty good role players. Yeah, I like them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, my man. Listen, man, I want to thank you for coming on Real Talk with Nick, man. Let them know who you are before we sign off.
Right. So, we here with Real Talk with Nick. It was a real pleasure doing this little interview with Nick.
Yeah.
And my name is Rio. Have a nice day.
All right, man. We out.